Did you know the average person in the UK spends around £250 a year on books, many of which they only read once, if at all? Imagine if you could enjoy all of the benefits of reading, the knowledge, the escape, the stress relief, whilst saving money, adding extra steps into your day, and even building in a small pocket of fresh air and movement at the same time. Welcome to the Big Daddy's Big Tips podcast, the daily podcast helping everyday people go from feeling stuck to building momentum, confidence, and freedom, one daily step at a time. This is not a podcast about hacks or hustle, it's about the quiet power of habit-driven lifestyle design, where your health, wealth, and happiness are upgraded slowly and sustainably through what you do today, what you do tomorrow, and what you do the day after that. Because it is not the handful of big decisions that shape your life. It's the thousands of tiny ones you make each and every day. What you eat, how you move, what you buy, what you say yes to, who you spend time with, how you react to situations. Ultimately, it's about what I like to call your daily wins versus your daily drifts. And every single decision you make in your day creates a ripple effect. That ripple will either be a positive one, taking your life in the right direction, or a negative one, taking you in the wrong direction. The right direction takes you towards a future you that's flourishing and thriving, but the wrong direction will result in you feeling stuck. Now, feeling stuck can mean different things to different people. It could be constant tiredness, struggling with sleep, not liking their reflection in the mirror, aches and pains that won't go away, or just lacking the energy to do the things you want to be doing. It might mean living paycheck to paycheck, never quite getting on top of your debt, struggling to budget or save, or feeling like your income potential is capped. It may mean knowing that you should invest for the future but never quite taking any action. Being stuck can also be about what's on the inside, maybe a lack of purpose, low self-worth, stress, anxiety, strained relationships, going through the motions, or just struggling to be present sometimes with the people that you care about. The truth is, whatever form stuck takes, it can feel very heavy, it can slow you down, it can cloud your decisions, and it can convince you that change has to be too big or too overwhelming. But what I want you to know, and what this podcast is all about, is that you don't need a dramatic leap to escape feeling stuck. You just need to start redirecting your life journey by changing your ripple effects, and we do this one daily win at a time. Because whether your ripple effects are working for you or against you, they may seem invisible at first and they may seem barely noticeable after a few weeks, but as the months and years roll by, they become too big to ignore. And where you find yourself today is just the result of your life journey thus far. You've been taken on that journey because of the ripples that you've created. The ripples that you've created have been the result of the thousands of micro decisions that you've made each day. And the decisions you've made each day are the result of how well primed your body has been on those days. Or as I like to refer to it, how well primed your vessel has been. Look after your vessel and making good decisions is easy. Choosing the daily wins is easy. But allow your vessel to build up rust, and you will find yourself more easily distracted by and more easily tempted by the bad decisions, by the dreaded daily drifts. And I know what you may be thinking. Maybe you've tried to change before, but you started too big. Or you focused in one area of your life whilst the other slipped away. Maybe you think change has to be dramatic or you have to wait for the perfect time. Those are some of the same false beliefs I had to break for myself, because the truth is, the smallest daily shifts, when stacked in the right way, can change absolutely everything. And the beauty of the BDBT system is that you don't need to change everything, you just need to prime your vessel. Guard what goes into your body. Prioritize how you move your body. Prioritize how you rest your body. And each tip you hear from me is part of that system, part of that journey that helps you prime your vessel so that you can shift from daily drifts to daily wins, from noise to clarity, from feeling stuck to feeling free. Because the BDBT movement is not just about saving money, and it's not just about getting fit. It's about creating a life you can feel proud of by breaking down the overwhelming into the achievable and by getting there one daily step at a time. So picture this. You're scrolling online, you see a book recommendation, and before you know it, you've already hit buy now. It arrives, you flick through a few chapters, it ends up half read on the shelf. Multiply that across the year, and you've got shelves full of books, hundreds of pounds gone, and guilt every time you glance at the stack that you haven't touched. So today's tip is this: stop automatically buying books and use the library instead. Now, this doesn't mean that you'll never buy a book again. I love buying books. I love collecting them. I love annotating them. I love revisiting them again and again and again. That's part of who I am. But the library gives you a lot of flexibility because it gives you a way to try before you buy, to explore new genres without commitment and learning whilst protecting your wallet as well as your space and your sanity. And as a bonus, getting to the library builds in movement into your day and fresh air. For years, I would buy every book that caught my eye. I would justify it as an investment in my learning, and to be fair, books have changed my life. But over time, two problems cropped up. My wallet got lighter, and my shelves got heavier. It was not until I rediscovered my local library that I realised there was a smarter way to balance both things. Sometimes now I borrow first and buy later, so when I buy, it's intentional. Those are the books I know will earn a permanent place in my collection because I've already read them and I know I love them. Reading reduces stress. It sharpens focus, and it can even help protect us against cognitive decline as we age. But there is an extra health ripple most people forget. Getting to the library adds movement and fresh air into your day. So think about it. Instead of scrolling Amazon and sitting still, you're walking out the door. You're getting your steps in, you're opening your lungs, you're soaking up a bit of natural light. These small walks are a type of reset. They lift your mood, they improve your circulation, they break up long periods of sitting. Then when you're in the library, you're in a calm, focused environment, a mental sanctuary that helps lower stress and prime your brain for deep learning. And here's where the library really shines. Let's do the maths. If you buy 2 books a month at £10 to £15 each, that's easily £240 to £360 a year. By borrowing instead, you could potentially save all of that money. And if you don't believe me, let's play a quick game of recognition. How many times have you bought a book, read the first 30 pages, and never gone back? How many books are sitting in your house right now, untouched? How many have you skimmed once and then forgotten about? Those little purchases really do add up. Libraries also give you access to so much more: audiobooks, magazines, online courses, digital resources, all things you might otherwise spend extra money on. Every time you borrow instead of buy, you plug one of these tiny financial leaks that hold us back from our bigger life goals. Finally, there's happiness. Libraries are not just about books, they're about connection. They're community spaces. They're filled with people who are learning, people who are creating, people who are exploring. That sense of shared purpose boosts our well-being. There's also joy in discovery. You might stumble across something unexpected, a book you never would have ordered online that ends up being exactly what you needed. That kind of serendipity brings variety to your routine. And here's the key: because you're borrowing, you're free from the financial guilt. If a book doesn't click, no problem. You send it back, you try another one, you move on. That freedom makes you feel lighter. It makes the whole thing more enjoyable, lighter, more adventurous. This tip is not about never buying books again. Far from it. I'm a big collector. In other podcasts, I'll share why I read every night and why I love annotating and revisiting my favourite books. But I've learned that the library is a powerful tool in this system. It's about flexibility, it's about savings, it's about expanding your horizons without any financial waste. So the next time you're tempted to click buy now, ask yourself, could I borrow this first, enjoy the benefits, and then decide if it's worth adding to my permanent collection? And if you want to lock this habit in and actually see the impact it's having on your life, I always recommend getting your free copy of Big Daddy's Foundation Blueprint. It's far more than just a tracker. It's a system that shows you how small daily actions like this one stack up over time across your health, your wealth, and your happiness. You can use it to track your daily wins, you can use it to spot your daily drifts, and you can use it to watch your momentum build week by week. Because when you see it written down, when you measure the ripple, that's when it really starts to sink in. That's when it becomes part of who you are. You can get your free copy from the link in my bio on Instagram, from my website, or from the show notes below. So if today's tip has got you thinking in any way, then please share it. Not just online, but with someone in your life who might need it too, because real change spreads when we pass it on, and your unique ripple effect may just be sparked when you have that conversation and share your new knowledge. Even better, try explaining the tip in your own words to someone you know, because if you can teach it, you are far more likely to remember it. And if you would like the full breakdown of this tip, with the extra examples, with the bonus strategies in a free downloadable guide to actually help you implement it in your life, head over to Instagram, drop me the keyword in the show notes below, and I will send you the free guide directly. This, combined with a copy of my foundation blueprint, will stand you in very good stead for ingraining this tip into your life. So if this episode has sparked anything for you, come and hang out with me. Instagram, TikTok, you'll find me every day at Big Daddy's Big Tips, sharing simple, high-impact tips to boost your health, wealth, and happiness, one small daily win at a time. You'll also find weekly bingo cards to keep you motivated, free downloads to dive deeper and make change easier, weekly go-lives that feel like a proper pep talk, and more honest chats just like this. Make sure you're following so you don't miss the next tip that could change everything, and if you've tried any of my tips so far, I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM, tag me in your progress, because this is just the beginning and I want you to know how proud I am of you, and I want you to know that you're not going on this journey alone. If you need any help or are unsure in any way about implementing this tip or the benefits it can offer, reach out. I'll be happy to help. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, and please remember, your future does not change in one big leap. It changes in the next small step you take today. So why not start right now? Get that vessel primed, create those positive ripple effects, enjoy a truly life-changing journey, one small daily win at a time. I end each episode by asking you a question that you can answer in the comments below, and today's question is this. When was the last time you stepped foot in a library, and what might you discover if you went there this week? Think about it. Let me know what springs to mind in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Big love, Big Daddy.